What do you live for when the world feels hopeless? So hear me out. I'm a Christian, and because of this, I believe that there is a heaven and that when I die, I'm going there. Now, I'd give this as the correct Christian way to look at this topic. But when my life and the world seems hopeless, I just think I mean it doesn't even matter. Right. Nothing here matters. I'm gonna die and go to heaven and be with Jesus in paradise forever. So why worrying about this shithole? Fuck it, weeble. That mental attitude of I win so fuck it has carried me through some really low times. After the past year, I now understand true hopelessness, and there is nothing to live for. I'm just figuring out the surest way to die as soon as possible. It's not as easy as it might seem. I'll live with most methods, or super traumatizing to other people, which I don't want. I know what going to the scene of jump suicides does to first responders from friends. I'm not doing that to people. Finding out why it feels that way. Humans evolved the ability to feel hopeless from survival of the fittest. So somewhere down the feeling hopeless saved people's lives. We live in a very artificial world that's evolved thousands of times faster than we have. Going back to the basics can be a lot happier. You find that you don't need most of the things you think you do. Are to be looked at with curiosity and join off fear and hate. And that's how I keep myself alive, remembering to not get too cynical. Be see the smartest way to look at things is as a child in a weird way. Hopes this makes sense. My mum, not enjoying life at the moment, could be worse, sort of middle ground. But my mum just got diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, so I'm focusing on being in contact with her as much as possible. The diagnosis looks good. It hasn't spread to organs, so the operation is next Friday, and it's about an 86% survival rate for 5 years. Fingers crossed. I have always enjoyed life, no matter if it is school, the AF or working construction. It's always been the connections I made along the way. Whenever you're down, do things you like to do, working out, hanging with friends or family, reading. It has always worked for me. I hope you start feeling better. Hang in there. A number of things, or smile when things are hard. Even just the very notion of the unknown. I don't always have faith in people, but the world's been in tight spots before, and who knows what good could happen tomorrow. My family. But since when is the world hopeless? It's definitely shitty at times. But somehow, you are still here. And if that isn't worth living for, you've given up hope. The world is never hopeless, and it also won't just hand you something. It's up to you to do something about it. My family, the world is hopeless. But I cling to the comforting thought that everyone I care about will eventually be dead no matter what, so none of this ultimately matters anyway. For now, I want to make the lives of the people around me as happy and comfortable as I can, appreciating the moment while inspiring others to do the same. You will never have the same experience with another human being. Your perspective in life will be the deciding factor whether you want to be happy or not. Live life. Jesus Christ. He is my hero, my everything. I had a fateful encounter with God at age 15, and I made a promise to never turn my back again on him after everything he's done for me and my loved ones. Me and him go way back. My dog. Even when I feel completely poop about anything, she looks at me with the biggest amount of love in her eyes, and every time she sees me seems to be the single greatest moment of her life. We really don't deserve dogs. Building a better future for me, my family, and the people around me. Seeing and experiencing cool new things. Good vibes with good people. Learning more about the world around me. Always be like a lifelong student. Self-improvement. You can work on being tough every day, and eventually, the world won't feel so hopeless anymore, being as how you'll be strong enough to contend with the challenges it brings to you. I try to keep my mind on the finish line. I live for heaven, as I know that's where I'll spend the eternity since I asked Jesus for forgiveness. I live for his purpose, to do his work until it's done. You just do. Death is expensive, and those around you that pass by their own hand, there is an afterlife in a better place. But if there isn't, the void is definitely better than life currently. I live for God. Even when my life feels hopeless, I remember that the devil wants to bring me down as much as possible since I'm aware of God. Not a lot of people are, so it's powerful to me. Suicide seems as pointless as everything else, honestly. That, and I guess there are projects I want to work on with the blind, stupid optimism that they'll work out, unlike everything else. Honestly, everything does feel hopeless. But I look at my cat and my partner and think I would be very sad if I was to pass away before you. So I live for my cat and my partner. Curiosity mostly. I have a whole lot of suicidal thoughts and several attempts in my past. But recently, just being curious about how things turn out has been enough to keep me here. That's just it though. I don't think the world is hopeless. If you put down social media, especially Reddit and the news, for a week, you will find yourself less anxious. I won't off myself because of the damage it would do to my children, and because it would be against my religion. However, I'm pretty much done with life. Well, no matter how bad things around me are, I love myself, and I love living, so I don't give a SHT. Especially if that's something I can't change. If I think about the answer to that question, I'll convince myself not to. So I try not to think about it because the world is hopeless. Fireworks on the 4th of July. Hot dogs at the ballpark. The smell of freshly cut hay. Your favorite song coming on the radio. New baby calves. Live for the small things in life. Even when someone tells me to have a good day, or that my clothes look good, I take that as a victory. I have a dog who I took over when my parents died. He was the family dog before that. I figure he's seen enough death already. Change your life if you're not happy the way it's going. If you feel the world is hopeless, then fix it in your own little way. Small acts of kindness for others. There is really nothing more rewarding, and it gives you a purpose. Help others through it. When I accidentally step into a shit, I am suddenly mad with rage, and the world is no longer as hopeless as it smells. Cool night drives in the early spring or early fall, with the car windows rolled down and my favorite music playing. My kid's only 3. And what's next? That's even more terrifying. Literally, what else is there to do? It isn't hopeless. We know of hope. That's how we developed a word for it. It is more hope-filled than ever. I've got a kid, and as much as I'm just tired and done with life, I'd rather get her to a good point first. The belief that the following day will be much brighter and much better than the day prior. Then I wake up. My family needs me. I want to be there them like they are for me. While I'm recovering from foot surgery, I won't rest until I make a positive and significant impact on the world through my art and stories. Hope that it will get better at some point. But if I could choose euthanasia, I will do it right now. Nothing very much. Honestly, I don't really care about anything anymore, and feel better for it. For my toddler and cat who are entirely dependent on me, no one will love them more than me. Small victories. Your goals in life. Family, friends, hobbies, experiences, goals, dreams. Believing you have a purpose on earth, or you are here to fulfill someone else's purpose. I live for my siblings because I really don't want to put them through another funeral. Only worrying about what you can control. Focus on you and what you want to accomplish. Star Wars is wrong. Concentrated hatred can be a life-saving force for good. Waking up on Sunday mornings and getting coffee. Oh, also my lovely cat Earl, my little chihuahua. She's the reason I get up in the morning sometimes. I'd say my big brother, even though he doesn't care about me that much. Deuce. Because it numbs the hopelessness and it's the world tolerable. Just 30 minutes alone with no one bothering me. Ice cream is a bonus. My family. I fucking hate my life, but I love them more than anything. The next Elder Scrolls game will probably be released in my lifetime. Guess my mum would be kinda miffed if I off myself, so here we are. Cats and anime. If I didn't have to work, that would 99 be my life. My family, my husband and my girls are my soul. They keep me going. Be their hope. For my family, friends and all the ones who I love, I live for the day I get abducted by aliens. Hey, it could happen. To enjoy my life as much as possible and to take care of my dog. Don't really know, but I'll hope it ends soon. 'Cause I'm tired. Myself. I cut everyone out of my life and just live for myself. Spite nothing gives me more energy than proving people wrong. My dog. He's 9, so I probably don't have much time left. My daughter keeps me hanging in there. Thank God for her. My wife. My daughter. The beautiful blossoms in my street. Nothing. I haven't found the reason why I stayed alive.